Have you ever cried because you could not figure out how to put your karate uniform on? I have. I wish there was a video on how to do it. But thankfully, I'm here to show you guys how to do it. So this is our typical karate uniform that the kids in the lower ranks wear in class. Okay, it is lighter weight than the higher ranks like green belts and up have a real thick one, and their drawstring is not one loop, it's an actual traditional drawstring, and I'll go over how to tie that in a different video. But for sake of this and my younger kids, you put your top on just like a jacket. And around. Okay? I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Your pants obviously go on one leg, then the other leg. Sometimes you have a loop for your drawstring. Sometimes you have where it's cut, and you have two that you can tie in a bow. Okay? Hopefully you guys know how to tie a bow. After you get your pants on, you put your top on like a jacket. They all should have a label. Okay? Pro-Force, Mugen, doesn't matter, whatever it is. That label is going to go on the outside. Okay, so whichever side of your uniform does not have the logo, you tuck that one in, and then that one goes on the outside. Okay, so far so good. Then you have two pieces of string. You're going to tie it like a bow, just like you did your pants if you had two strings on your pants. Loop it around. If you do not know how to tie a bow, I will have that in another video. One bow, and then you're not done yet. Other side, one might be hidden from you, but you have one string and you have two strings. You can do the same thing on that side. And through. Okay? Make sure your top's pulled down. Make sure this is not all tucked in. I can't even do it right. Tucked in, bunched up, make sure nice and good. Okay, I'll go into the belt as well. Just because you're already here, right? So, I know there's a couple videos I made on how to tie a belt, but I'm going to do another one real quick. Find one end, go back a little bit, one end of your belt, put it in the middle of your back. You're going to go around once until you hit the middle again. And then you're going to do that again. You're around twice. And back to the front. Okay? From there, you should have a little bit left over. You're going to find the piece you started with. Make sure you push it down. Down that way. Bring that back around to the front. After that, you kind of even it up. Get them closely even as you can. You might have to pull it one way or the other, that's fine. But essentially, you're going to have one that's tucked under the belt. You're going to have one that's on the outside, or the outermost part of your belt. The part on the outermost is going to go over. So I'll go slow. Part on the outermost is going to go over both. Here. After that, outer one goes under. Make sure, because you've got two wraparounds, make sure you go under both without getting your gi stuck in it. Under both and up. You might have to pull your gi down. After that, tighten it up a little bit more. Make sure you don't get any kind of crossing with your belt. Okay, after that, you still have one on the top and one on the bottom. Even if they're hanging, you can tell one's on top, one's on bottom. Take the top one, go over the bottom. The bottom's going to be more on one side than the other. Over, under, and you should have a loop there, or a hole, and you come up through there. You've got your karate knot. So again, from here, top one does all the work. Top one goes over. I can hold it up. Top one goes over, comes under, and up through that hole. Boom. Make sure you get all the little kinks out, and you got your karate belt tied. So one more time without the belt. Go over just the top. Pants again should be pretty easy. So girls in the Shizuku karate class, you guys should be wearing a white tank top or a white undershirt. Okay, boys or guys, unless you're not comfortable not wearing a shirt, your shirt should be off. So you should really have no shirt underneath it. But obviously, sake of the video, you guys don't want to see a hairy chest. So pants, make sure tied just like a bow tie. One in. The label is on the outside. You should have 2 strings on each side. Loop it around. Make your bow tie. Same with the other. Usually your left side, one of them is kind of hidden. And loop it around. Okay? Make sure everything looks good before you try to put your belt on. Again, you don't want that all tucked underneath. When you tie your left side, make sure that you do not tie it with your belt. Sometimes if your drawstring's long, you kind of get it mixed up and you tie it in there. Make sure one is on the bottom part of your gi and one's on the top part. Okay? Get it all nice and even, nice and straight, and then you go for your belt. All right? Any questions or anything? Let me know.